Coach, from the heartland of America, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with Ryan Tannehill and the visiting Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Luck on first down. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Hankins able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Now it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Right, 622.
Throwing is Luck. And he connects with Ebron. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Luck. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. Luck to Hilton on the hook up there. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Luck. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Count me as saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Out of the gun, Luck. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And this will be play number 10 on this pretty long opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Luck. And he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. Jack Doyle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain. But that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Tannehill, he's going to let one go deep. He's got a man, complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Luck again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Now the ball comes loose, and the Dolphins have got it. After the interception, here's Tannehill. It's complete. Stills. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parker. Tannehill with a hook up to Parker for the Dolphin first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
First down, this is Rawls. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Following the penalty, it's Rawls. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. But this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the Brown attack. It's Rawls. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. First carry for Frank Gore, the newest and oldest Dolphin. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Here's Luck. Ebron caught left side. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On first down, Luck. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A shotgun snap for Luck. Ebron with it over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now it's Hines. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now Luck. It's complete to Grant. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Ryan Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are in for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Parker. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And Stills bringing it in. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
They give it to Rawls. He's to the 10, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Thomas Rawls, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Luck. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Here's Hines. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Good
blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Terrell Basham, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. A dump off here for Gore. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 6 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Flushed out right. It fights him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A first update now from Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing is Love. Now they go screen. It's complete. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Dolphins have got it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll hand to Rawls. And a loose football. Rawls loses it. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Tannehill now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Flexing his muscle at the 30. On the left side, this is Stills. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. The kick by Carlson is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And the Colts getting ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now Love, caught left side by Hilton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. From the 50, it's Love. Bryant with a catch right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lift their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. Flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Again, Love. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do. That's fielded in the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Let's go, get set.
Now a handoff left to Rawls. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Deep.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Rawls. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Here we go. Deep.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Thomas Rawls with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let it roll.
They run with Hines. And he went nowhere. He'll his yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, boy, you got full color. Monday.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try to get the running game going with Rawls. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it, rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. By the way, they're into the 2nd half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. And the Giants have scored to extend their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. They find some open field here. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. To throw is Locke. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out, and the Dolphins have got it.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Tannehill now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Drops it underneath to Gore. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. From the 50, it's Tannehill. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Out of the gun, Luck. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw on 2nd down is Luck. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you've got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, they'll give a lot. Credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
The Colts on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock.
Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They come out here in the eye. He's going to get it running right. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Frank Gore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. Kill.
This is Wilkins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Locke. Forced out to his left. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's Tannehill. Throw left side complete. It's Parker. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. Tannehill now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. A dump off here for Gore. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, it's Locke. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. The rookie Minkah Fitzpatrick with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at the 20. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Rawls. Oh, he shifts past him. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 20.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. Now he's and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Tannehill going to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Doing with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That will have them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jabal Sheard in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And Stills over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a hit and lock. Lost the football. It's out. And the Dolphins have got it. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah,
not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Tannehill. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Miami, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.